2020 was a year of racial unrest. It was underscored by George Floyd Jr., an African American who was murdered by a police officer. The unrest precipitated a national American cultural reckoning on topics of racial injustice. Public opinion of racism and discrimination quickly shifted in the wake of the protests, with significantly increased support of the Black Lives Matter movement and acknowledgement of institutional racism. But with all the attention on George Floyd, another racially charged murder story was brewing. 3 white men shot dead 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery on February the 23rd, 2020, in the predominantly white neighbourhood of Satilla Shores after suspecting him of committing a series of burglaries in the neighbourhood. Arresting the 3 suspects took 2 months, yet it came days after this video of the fatal shooting emerged. The indiscernible nature of the crime is because Georgia, along with 22 other states, provides civil immunity against lethal deadly force if the person reasonably believes another person is about to kill or gravely injure them. But this case was anything but self-defense. It was a deadly combination of racial profiling and flawed self-defense laws. It reignited the perpetual national debate over racial violence, and the catchphrase of not what you know, but who you know demonstrates in this story just how powerful that can be. Before we get into the narrative of Ahmaud Arbery, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who has subscribed to Mixed Narratives. As always, I love having you along this journey, and if you like what you see here but haven't joined the channel, please consider subscribing anytime. Like Camille McKinney, this story takes place in the southern-eastern region of the US in the state of Georgia. It's known for its thriving cities and charming towns. Beautiful countryside connecting mountain vistas with white sand beaches, plus a temperate climate offering all 4 seasons make Georgia one of the very best places to live in the South. Marcus Arbery and Wanda Cooper Jones raised their family in Brunswick, a small town in deep southern Georgia, on the coast, about an hour's drive north of Jacksonville, Florida. Brunswick has a population of approximately 16,000 people. 50% of that population is Black or African American, while 40% are white, and the city has a poverty rate of 39%, double the state's average. On May 8, 1994, the perfect Mother's Day present was gifted to Wanda with the birth of their 3rd and final child, Ahmaud. He joined his older brother Marcus Jr. and sister Jasmine, making them a family of 5. His parents split up, and Wanda worked 2 jobs while raising him and his older siblings Marcus Jr. and Jasmine. The omission of his father had little bearing on Ahmaud. He was a sweet and funny guy, with some saying he was a mama's boy. Whenever he knew his mum was having a bad day, he would affectionately go out of his way to make her smile. He was also an avid runner, and it didn't take long for people to recognize his gifted athletic abilities. He could have played many sports, but living in a southern state meant football was a dominant sport, so Ahmaud followed his father's footsteps and embarked on a career as a professional footballer. At Brunswick High, Ahmaud was known as a hard hitter and mighty linebacker, but many coaches had doubts about a professional career. He had heart and amazing speed, but was a slender build. Sport offers people an opportunity, not just to achieve material success, but it provides identity. Ahmaud would often fantasize with his brother what it would be like to play in the NFL. They had dreams of signing a multi-million-dollar contract and buying their mother a nice big house. Unfortunately for Ahmaud, his dreams of making it to the NFL and helping his family were crushed. He wasn't offered any college football contracts when he graduated, bringing an abrupt end to his aspirations of becoming a professional footballer. And he didn't have a plan B. He moved out of home and went to technical college to become an electrician. However, he was tired of being weighed down with student debt and wanted to make money, so he decided to move back home with his mum. He got a job at the local McDonald's and his father's landscaping business to earn money. Between those 2 jobs, he was working 6 days a week. The character of this once happy and humorous person was morphing into something more alarming as he struggled to accept his new, less glamorous reality. The seriousness of this negative mindset first became apparent one evening in 2013. Ahmaud, who was just 19 at the time, attended a high school basketball game with a loaded weapon. He was caught by police as he approached the school. Despite trying to evade them by running through the parking lot, he was eventually caught and arrested. Ahmaud was charged with carrying a weapon without a license, as well as 3 counts of obstruction of an officer. He was placed on probation. Unfortunately, the arrest did not serve as a wake-up call, as Ahmaud was arrested again 4 years later. This time the offence was shoplifting, and as shown on the video clip you're about to watch, Ahmaud is clearly defiant and uncooperative with law enforcement.
How old are you guys? 15.
20.
Huh? 20. You're 17. Y'all have IDs on you? I know you probably don't. Y'all have IDs on you?
No.
Alright. Tell me about the TV.
TV?
Mm-hmm.
What? We don't have any TV.
Huh? Well, what about the 65-inch TV?
65-inch TV.
71115.
Do me a favor. And don't make this hard on yourselves. All of you take a seat.
Take a seat.
Take a
For
seat.
what? I don't know nothing about no TV.
Take
bro.
a seat.
TV? What
Take a seat.
What
Now.
the fuck, man?
131 dispatch. I've got 4 on the ground right now.
But we just got here. Ain't nobody just no
Clear any unit 0, back them up.
I'm coming up, it'll be about 3 minutes.
Clear.
I've got a unit with the college out here with me.
Clear.
What's up, LT? Alright, so it's that one right there with the fur jacket. Okay, okay, he's old enough. He's 20. The other, he's 17. These 2 are 15. They were inside the store though?
Yeah,
Okay.
You went inside what?
and on the patio riding bikes.
Okay.
So those 3 trespass. Him's going to be trespass, and we're going to take charge.
What we do?
We was just right looking at the
You
bike.
tried to roll the TV out.
Nah,
We
man,
was
I ain't
even
had my
here.
Yeah, no, that don't work, man.
I had my thing, bro. I had my receipt.
Yeah, where's it at?
My receipt was back there on the
Stay on the ground.
Yeah, where's the TV?
TV, I ain't steal the TV. TV is where y'all had it.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't steal no
man,
If
we
you'd
TV.
didn't
had a,
steal
if you'd had a
I didn't
receipt, you'd
steal
have
no
the TV
I don't
out
steal
here.
no TV. Where's the TV?
You don't have to.
I
All
didn't
you gotta
steal
do
no
is go to the
no
store.
trespass.
I didn't steal it.
Go ahead.
I went to the
false
store.
statement.
All
y'all
right,
at?
you fucking up.
We're in the
That's it.
parking
No,
lot
that's
it.
in the area right across from
What
Captain D.
TV?
What TV? Your TV is in there.
Dispatch, show me 23 in the parking lot. Walmart.
I had a receipt, bro.
Where's the receipt at?
Receipt
Stay, hey,
in the
hey,
safe.
I didn't stay seated.
I got money,
You know what?
bro.
You know what?
I'm not a bro.
I want you to lay on your stomach. Lay on your stomach.
I'm not laying on
Lay on your stomach.
So which one of you guys want to
Lay on your stomach. You're under arrest.
fight it? Which one you guys?
I ain't say I wasn't fighting my I just asked him a question.
No, you said you wanted to fight. You wanted to punch it, right?
No, I ain't
Hold
say I
those.
wasn't gonna punch him right there. Like that. I said you was fight, but I was playing.
You know, you supposed to fight up over before.
Yeah, I did like that. But I ain't still no TV. You don't know what's wrong going on.
You're under arrest for shoplifting.
Stop, man.
Yeah, you have the right
I did
to.
not steal no TV, bro.
You have the right to remain silent.
When
Anything
y'all
you say
see my
can
money,
be used
y'all
against
gonna
you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney and have an attorney present during any questioning. If any time you can't afford an attorney, won't be provided for your government expense. Knowing and understanding your rights, as I've explained them to you, are you willing to answer any questions without an attorney present? Answer that very wisely.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Stand up. Roll over. Put that knee up. Come on. Stand up.
You know what I'll do, but you don't take it, bro.
31 dispatch, I'm 1095 of blackmail. Come to the other side.
Clear 295, 5208.
Face the car. Spread your feet. Spread your feet. this I'm gonna put back in your pockets, alright? You ride a bike here too? Or no?
No, man.
No? Alright. Any more
walk
pockets
here.
on this jacket?
No.
Are you wearing a shirt under that? No. It's too hot to be wearing that jacket, dude. Oh, yeah. You gotta go in the back seat, man. Anybody else want to go in cuffs? No? Alright, good. This is what's going to happen. We're going to take y'all inside. We're going to do some paperwork. All three of you are going to be trespassed from the property. It means you can't come back.
Yes, sir.
You come back, you're going to be just like your friend for a different reason. I know you understand. Do you understand?
So what you trying to do?
What about you?
What you trying to do?
It's called shoplifting when we tried to wheel that TV out. Huh?
You trying to roll the TV out?
Yeah. Alright.
What's his name?
Huh? What's his name? I don't. That's your friend, right?
No,
He's-
I don't know his name.
So why he walking with y'all? You don't know his name?
I just linked up with him.
That's usual. All right, y'all stand up. Y'all take them. So y'all take them around back. Go ahead. Two of y'all take a seat in this car. Will you take him around back?
157 in the back, 1039.
Back door's open. So
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
gonna cut through the store and I'll meet
All right.
y'all back.
Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for stopping. I'll pop the back door open already.
131 dispatch.
Go ahead.
Myself and 155 will be relocating all four to the loss prevention office.
1511.
Step out, man. You walk over that door.
Hanging in there.
Y'all go to the right. To the right. Back through there. Where that camera in use sign is, go to that door.
Which way? Oh. Left.
Yep. Yeah, take a good look.
This man.
That's what I'm saying. Good grief. Yeah.
Crazy.
Kelly or Alicia expecting you? Is Kelly or Alicia expecting you?
Yeah, Kelly's coming. You mind if you take a seat right here? Take a seat.
Yeah, I already told her to give them to her now.
What?
31 dispatch. What's the case number in the 1095 time?
How much weed you all been smoking? You guys stink like it.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
31, your case number 71118, 71118. Use us 1095 at 1508.
Kim, could you get me train receipts on that TV out here?
So maybe you need this.
46 dispatch.
Well, if you would take a look at the back TV wall,
4610,
there was a 50-inch TV.
Go to the numerics again, please.
4036 Whitlock Street.
Go back 30 minutes.
And 1
This shit, man.
Still 7.
This wouldn't be the last time Ahmaud found himself on the wrong side of law enforcement. That same year in 2017, Officer Michael Canago had a tense encounter with Ahmaud after questioning him for suspected use of marijuana.
What is it? Ahmaud? What you doing out here, man? What's up?
I work at Blue Beacon. I'm on work today.
You off work today?
They're just rapping in the park.
Gotcha. You got an ID on you, man? Alright, thanks, man. Grab it with you, okay? 185 dispatch, I'll be on service. 185 service.
Go ahead.
Get a 2728 through Georgia, please.
10-12.
Can I have my ID, please?
Yeah, give me a second, man.
Nobody's not even driving the car. What the fuck you come over for? Fuck did you come over and fuck with me for? I'm chilling in the park.
Why am I fucking with you?
Yeah, why
You want to know why I'm fucking with you?
Why?
Keep your hand in your pocket.
I ain't got shit on me. What the fuck you fucking with me for?
I'll tell you why I'm here, man.
Why?
I'll tell you why I'm
Why?
here. Because this area is known for drug activity.
Drug? How the fuck I'm drug attack when I work at Blue Beacon?
Back up.
Check my shit.
Back
boy.
up.
The fuck you talking about?
You
Check
want to back
my
up?
motherfucking shit. Bitch, you hit me
Send me
with that
another
shit,
unit,
bitch, you gonna be
please.
fucked
Send me
up.
another unit.
Shit. Fuck you talking about? Oh, boy.
Turn around and put your hands on the car.
Why?
Turn around and put your
I ain't
hands on the
gotta
car.
do shit. Watch out, bro. Don't
Turn
touch
around and
me,
put your hands
bro.
on the car. I'm
You
checking
ain't
you for
got no
weapons.
reason.
I'm checking you for
Check
weapons.
me. You got no reason to touch me, bro.
I'm not searching you. I'm checking you for weapons. All right, man? You don't have any
got no
warrants.
fucking weapons, bro.
I know, but you're coming up on me. You make me
Coming up
kind of
on you,
nervous.
something about, bro.
Okay?
You bothering me for nothing. I work at Blue Beacon, bro.
Where's Blue Beacon?
Blue Beacon is on exit 29, man.
Okay. Listen, man,
What you talking about?
I'm not here to ruin your day. I'm here to look for any kind of criminal activity. That's all I'm doing.
Criminal activity? I'm in the fucking park. I work. The fuck is you talking about? I fucking work. Check my damn
Okay.
history. Go to my job.
Okay.
Shit, call my job right now. I
I
go
don't
to
need
work.
to call your job, man.
Shit, what the fuck you talking about? Shit. Boy. Don't go on my motherfucking car,
I'm not going in your car. Back up!
Bro, don't touch me, bro. You can't touch
Listen.
me, bro. Don't touch my car and don't touch me.
I'm not touching your car.
Don't touch
I'm looking
me, bro.
inside of your car.
Don't touch me. You can't look inside my shit or nothing.
Yeah, I'm 10-4. Send me another
You
unit.
can't touch me, bro. Straight up.
I'm not touching you. Okay?
That's 1018. Need him for.
Just, very angry. Listen, man. What are you doing out here? You just chilling?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm rapping. I'm rapping in the
Okay.
car. To instrumentals.
Okay. That's fine. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here.
I work.
I get that you're working.
What else you want from me?
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on out here, man.
I'm working, rapping. I rap.
Okay.
Damn, what the hell is you talking about?
I know you're just acting
I'm
very.
not
You're
going around
jumping
here.
around, getting a little bit nervous on me. I think I see something plastic in the thing over here.
Go ahead, bro. You can't go in my car.
You're not allowing me to search your car?
You can't go in my shit.
I'm not asking you. Just don't reach the car, man.
Get your hand out of your pocket.
Hands out of your pocket.
Hand out of your pocket. Down. Warning, down.
Stay on the
Keep your
ground.
hand
Just
from your
stay on the ground, okay?
Keep your hands out. No, keep
I've
your hands
checked. I've
out.
already checked him
Listen
for
to me.
weapons. I've checked him for weapons.
Okay.
Listen, man. I'm not here to mess with you, okay? I've been cool with you the entire time. You get out of the car, you come up on me, okay?
I go to work for a living.
I get that, man, and I'm just here to make sure everything's okay. I don't know you, you don't know me, all right?
in the park trying to ease my mind. I'm rapping. I rap, bro. I rap.
I got you, man, but when you run up on me and you get really jumpy, that's going to make me nervous too.
Aggravate my day. I got 1 day off a week. 1 day.
Okay.
1 day off a week. I'm trying to chill on my day off, bro. I'm
I
up
got
early
you.
in the morning trying to chill.
I see, and I get that. I get one to chill too. But we get a lot of bad stuff that happens out here. We get gang and drug activity. We get all kinds of stuff out
My
here.
name tied up in any of that?
No, it is not. But when you get up and start acting, when you get up and start getting all crazy on me, it makes me a little bit nervous. You know what I mean? I'm not here to mess with your day, man. I am not here to fuck with you. I'm not here to fuck up your day. I am here to make sure everything's cool. But when you start getting jumpy, it makes me kind of nervous, thinking maybe there's something else going on here, okay?
I don't have anything, bro. I don't have anything. I'm just so aggravated because I work hard 6 days a week. I'm aggravated, bro.
No, I got you.
My wife not here. I'm chilling. I'm trying to ease my mind, bro. Chill. Route.
I get that. So you don't have anything in the car? Because I looked in the driver, I looked in the middle of your car, in the center console. I saw some kind of plastic in there. If it's weed, I don't care. So with that being said, you mind if I just look in your car really quick? Would you be okay with that?
Why are you checking in my car?
You can say no if you don't want us to check your car. Okay. That's all we need, man.
The car is not in motion. I'm not even driving the car.
I know. I'm investigating suspicious activity, not doing a traffic stop. Okay?
So in the park chilling, that's a crime.
Well, when it's way back here, I know, man. It's just kind of weird. We don't see cars sitting out here that often. That's all that is, man, okay?
Okay. Now I'm on my knees for nothing. I got on my day off.
Here's your ID back, man. Okay? I'm not here to mess with you. Like I said, I'm just here to make sure that people are doing what they're supposed to do. If you're just chilling, that's fine. Okay? I'm letting you chill, okay? I'm gonna get out your hair. Just wanna make sure that everything was cool here.
Well, I'm cool. I'm chilling. Nobody's not coming here. I'm chilling. It's only
Okay, man.
one man.
I got you, man. But you get what happened here.
I got you.
I'm not here to mess with your day, okay?
I got you.
You're good to go. I'm gonna talk to my partner over here, all right? If you can, well, your car, you technically, your license is suspended. So, technically, you can't really drive the car. We'll go ahead and get out your hair, man.
Screwed up, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, he was very jumpy. Yeah, it's because I came out here to find out what's going on. And the second I pull up, he gets out of his car. Which I'm okay with. I'd rather him be out of the car so I can see what he's all about. What's up?
Phone.
Your phone? Yeah, I'm watching.
Yeah. But
What's up?
So, yeah, it looks strange. Back way up here in the sun instead of the shade.
Yeah.
And he might be legit. He might be up to something.
Smell the inside of his car.
Huh?
You know, tell me if you can smell anything that smells like weed. It smells like more cigarette, but there is like a burnt weed smell in that car. I just couldn't get close enough to tell.
Nasty smell. Yeah, I do smell a little bit of weed.
Smells a little bit of weed.
In a small southern town like Brunswick, and thanks to that infamous police footage, Ahmaud is creating quite the rap sheet for himself. His criminal portrayal in the media arguably falsely galvanised his reputation as a hostile and agitated individual. The only people who knew the real side of Ahmaud were his family and friends. Ahmaud set off for a jog at about 1 p.m. on February the 23rd, 2020. He headed for the leafy Satilla Shores subdivision, but about 3.2 miles into his run, he passed Greg McMichael. When Greg saw him, he thought he was running away from a crime, so he called 911.
Hello. 911, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm out here at Satilla Shores. There's a black male running down the street.
Satilla, where at Satilla Shores?
I don't know what street we're on. Stop right there! Is it? Stop! Travis!
Sir, hello, sir. Sir, where you at? Hello? Hello?
Greg called for his son Travis to grab a pistol and a shotgun before they jumped in their white pickup truck and started chasing Ahmaud. Their neighbour, William Roddy Bryan, then joined in the chase, filming the whole thing on his phone. After being boxed in by the trucks, Ahmaud is seen on video reaching for a shotgun leveled at him by Travis McMichael. Ahmaud is fatally shot 3 times. This is where the narratives surrounding the death of Ahmaud begin to diverge before his body was even removed from the residential street where he was shot. Law enforcement arrived on the scene and began an investigation. When they got there, they were greeted by an animated Greg McMichael. However, Travis, who shot Ahmaud 3 times from close range with a shotgun, was a lot more subdued. Greg swiftly established the narrative. Watch this video.
Hey, sir.
I'm trying to call my wife and let her know what's going on.
Okay. Do you have your driver's license on you by chance?
No, I don't. It's up here at my house.
Okay. What did you see anything?
All right, here's what precipitated the whole thing. I'm standing out here working on my boat cushions in the back of my truck.
Where's your...
Right over here, 230.
Okay.
Down here. This guy, who we've seen on video numerous times breaking into these other houses, he comes hauling ass down the street. I mean, he's got it hooked up.
Was he on foot?
On foot.
Okay.
On foot. I mean, he ain't jogging. He's hooked up. I run in the house. I said, Travis, the same guy that broke in the house down there.
And who's Travis?
My son. The guy that shot him.
Okay.
I said, come on, let's go. So Travis runs and gets his shotgun. Because the other night, the guy stuck his hand in his pants. And so I grabbed my .357 Magnum. It's an old Glenn County PD issue, by the way, when I was stopped. And so we take off. I jump in. My grandson's car seat is in the front. So we can't move it. Don't have time to move it. So I kind of sit on top of it. We see him come around the corner. He's going down here. We pull up beside him. Hey, stop! We want to talk to you. And he just keeps on running. And he's looking at us. I mean, we're this close to him, you know. And he keeps on running. And then Roddy pulls out at some point. I don't remember exactly.
Except Rodney?
Roddy.
Roddy?
R-O-D-D-Y.
Where was he?
I don't know. He lives down the street here somewhere.
Okay.
Anyway, he pulls out. We've already passed this house. I think he lives the second house down there on the left. Anyway, we've already passed this house. The guy turns around and he starts running back this way. Roddy pulls out in his truck and kind of blocks him. So I said, Travis, go back that way. He said, no, I'm going to go head him off. So sure enough, he comes around. We come back down here and he's right here. And he starts running past us. And Travis backs up and says, hey, stop. We want to talk to you. Or something to that effect. I don't remember exact words that was said. By this time, I'm in the back of the truck. So the guy, I mean, he's looking dead at us, you know. I mean, he's like, from me to you. And he turns and he runs. Travis gets out with the damn shotgun and runs up there. And, you know, I said, Travis, don't shoot. Don't do anything. The guy turns and comes at him. And they start wrestling, and Travis shoots him around the damn chest. The guy was trying to take the shotgun away from him. He's got it on video.
Okay. All right. Do me a favor, hang tight.
Yeah, I ain't going to.
Let me go.
I would like to get his blood out. I rolled him
to
check his pulse.
Yeah.
Or didn't roll him. I pulled his hand out because he had his hand stuck up under his head. I pulled his arm out, and then I realized he didn't have anything in his hand, and saw that this ain't gonna last long. So, is there any way I can?
Give me just a second.
Sure.
Let me get some pictures and stuff like that,
sure.
and we'll get everything taken care of. Okay. Give me just a minute.
Yeah, I was chief investigator with the DA's office for 23 years, so I know what you got to do.
Yeah.
I know everything. You know.
Yeah, we just
cover all the bases.
Exactly.
Absolutely. We're here to help you.
All right. Give me just a second.
We're here to help you.
We're here to help you. Greg acts as if he deserves a medal for doing society a favour by being a vigilante. He said Ahmaud attacked his son and Travis acted in self-defence. When the police arrived, Greg talks about his long history in law enforcement, convincing them that he is one of them. He referred to his PD-issued gun, in other words, a sentimental gift given to Greg by the police department as an expression of their gratitude for his services. Greg McMichael was a former police officer and investigator with the local district attorney's office. As soon as this was mentioned, the police stopped looking at Greg through the lens of a suspect and instead looked at him as a colleague. He was given professional courtesy. Suddenly, Greg had the police in the palm of his hands. They believed everything he said and took it as gospel. Greg called Jackie Johnson, the Glenn County District Attorney of Brunswick, shortly after the shooting, asking for her advice.
Jackie, Thank you. This is Greg. Can you call me as soon as you possibly can? My son and I have been involved in a shooting, and I need some advice right away. If you can please call me as soon as you possibly can. Thank you. Bye.
District Attorney Jackie Johnson had been Greg McMichael's direct supervisor for 20 years until he retired. She was the county's top prosecutor and obstructed law enforcement by directing that Travis McMichael should not be placed under arrest for the murder of Ahmaud Arbery. The phone call was evidence that Greg intended to use his connections in law enforcement to influence and obstruct the investigation of this case. The McMichaels were taken down to the police station and interviewed, but released that same day. There were no arrests. For much of his life, Ahmaud lived with his mother in a small house about 2 miles from Satilla Shores. To get to Satilla Shores, Ahmaud had to cross Interstate 17, a 4-lane highway that sends vacationers east towards the beach resorts and cream-coloured sands of Jekyll Island. For years, the highway served as a kind of man-made barrier between black and white worlds. The people who lived on the Satilla Shores shoreside are more affluent. They had better schools and better housing. The people who live on Ahmaud's side of Interstate 17 are, for the most part, destitute. If you put yourself in Ahmaud's shoes, this other way of life was so close to him by physical distance, but so far from reality. Whenever Ahmaud would run onto the Satilla Shore side of Interstate 17, which was quite often, he was tormented by the reminder of the life he could have had if he made it to the NFL. Days and weeks would pass, and Wanda still had no answers. There were no arrests and no justice. But Wanda made a promise to her son when she laid him to rest. She said, quote, "Don't worry, son. I promise you the day that I laid you to rest that I will get answers and I will get justice." End quote. Brunswick law enforcement underestimated Wanda's motivation. They didn't think one black woman would have been so disruptive as she turned out to be. Straight away there were conflicts. Jackie Johnson immediately recognized she had a problem because Greg McMichael had worked for her. District Attorney Jackie Johnson recused herself after the shooting happened. George Barnhill, a district attorney from a neighbouring county, picked up the case. He was a long-time district attorney in Ware County in the south of Georgia. Wanda found a connection between Greg McMichael and George Barnhill on social media. She discovers George Barnhill had a son who worked for Jackie Johnson in Glenn County, where Greg McMichael worked between 1982 and 1989. The new DA had personal connections and ties with both Jackie Johnson and the McMichaels. In Wanda's eyes, transferring the case to George Barnhill wasn't right, and she immediately got on the phone and started calling everyone she could. Every day she would make phone calls, but they were never returned. The global pandemic was starting to dominate news coverage and kitchen table conversations in the closing days of February. Soon after Ahmaud's February 29 funeral, Glenn County began cancelling public events over health concerns. Widespread social distancing would follow, potentially asphyxiating any large-scale demonstrations to shed light on the circumstances of Ahmaud's killing. I don't know how hard it would have been to walk in Wanda's shoes. Her son has been killed. The facts of the shooting are anything but unequivocal, and she is witnessing the manipulation of the case happening right beneath her nose. But she kept on digging. She made a promise to her son. Her tireless efforts eventually delivered results. Wanda leveraged the connection between George Barnhill and Gregory McMichael to demand that George Barnhill recuse himself from the case. After weeks of public pressure, George relented, but not without putting in a final bid for the McMichaels' innocence. The report characterizes the fatal shooting of Ahmaud Arbery as self-defense and justifiable. No criminal charges are warranted. In this letter, District Attorney George Barnhill writes there is insufficient probable cause to issue arrest warrants. The McMichaels were basically given a get-out-of-jail-free card. The case was given to Tom Durden, the 3rd District Attorney. His opinion was the case should be presented to a grand jury. But frustratingly, the courts in Georgia were closed because of the pandemic. It's now 2 months since her son's death, and out of the blue, Wanda received a phone call from a New York Times reporter about telling Ahmaud's story. What followed a few weeks later made headlines all around the world thanks to this chilling video recorded on a smartphone.
I can see Ahmaud and he had turned to run away.
Suddenly, the entire world knows Ahmaud Arbery. It was posted online by a local radio station about 10 weeks after the shooting. It changed everything about this case. Gregory McMichael is in the truck's bed, holding a handgun. Travis McMichael stands by the open driver's side door, armed with a shotgun. The video shows Ahmaud running around the truck's passenger side to the right before he cuts back in front of it. Then a gunshot sounds, and Ahmaud is shown grappling with Travis McMichael for the gun, followed by a second shot. Ahmaud can be seen punching Travis McMichael, who then fires a third shot at point-blank range. Ahmaud staggers and falls face down in the street. After the shooting took place, and before police arrived, Travis made the statement, "Fucking nigger." The McMichaels argued they were defending themselves, when in fact, as a result of fearing for his life, Ahmaud was the one defending himself.
In the newly released clips, you hear William Roddy Bryan tell investigators he tried to block Arbery, fearing he would get away.
They got down to the end down there somewhere, must have passed him, because I pulled out of my driveway, was going to try to block him. He was going all around it, and I made a few moves at him, and he didn't stop.
The release of William Bryan's video set off a series of dominoes. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation was called in to lead the investigation. Within 36 hours and 74 days after Ahmaud was shot and killed, GBI agents were at the McMichaels putting handcuffs on Greg and Travis. They were both charged with murder. In May, former Cobb County District Attorney Joyette Holmes was appointed as a special prosecutor in the Ahmaud Arbery case. A shocking revelation was uncovered. The police had the footage of the shooting from day one. They decided not to act on it, to turn a blind eye. The McMichaels wanted the video released because they believed it would exonerate them. The rest of America saw it as murder. The next question that demanded answers was who shot the video. The video was captured by William Roddy Bryan. From the beginning, William portrayed himself as a concerned citizen, one drawn by commotion when he pulled out his phone and filmed the fatal encounter between two of his white neighbours and Ahmaud Arbery. Almost a week after that video came out, William spoke to ABC News.
It was very unsettling. I've never experienced anything like that before. I really felt sorry, and all kinds of emotions, but sorry was definitely one of them for the family of whoever the young man was that I did not know. I just, I don't really know what else to say other than it was unsettling. I've never experienced that, and I don't care to experience it again. I really don't. If the video wasn't there, I don't think there would be an outcome that anybody would be satisfied with, because I don't think anybody would know the outcome. But I'm not proud that I shot the video. But maybe it helps in the end.
William's defense attorney portrayed him as a witness, somewhat mystifying the case. The prosecution had William arrested and charged him with murder. He was found to be just as culpable as the McMichaels in the murder of Ahmaud Arbery. When Glenn County officer Ricky Minshaw arrived on the scene of Ahmaud's shooting, what he observed was gruesome. As seen in this video, Ahmaud was seen lying on his stomach in the middle of the street, bleeding out. His head raised up from the asphalt, a leg can be seen moving, and his head turns. As a police officer approaches, the recording captures what appears to be Ahmaud's laboured breathing. The police officer did not provide any assistance as he lay on the road's yellow stripe. At about 54 seconds in the video, you can hear a gasp, and then the police officer's hand covers the video.
6-7 around from PA. Before 10-4.
Dispatch to 184 status.
9-8, dispatch 10-4 there.
Dispatch all units, move all non-emergent traffic to channel 2.
Roddy's got it on film.
All right, guys, everybody's got their weapons up, correct?
Everybody's got the weapons up.
Okay. Dispatch, roll a squad. I'm 10-4.
He had no choice, man.
Clear 10-4.
You know where you got shot at, man? Is he shot on the front side, too? Okay, all right.
Dispatch 24, I need to know if you were involved.
Negative. It's going to be a black male, middle of the roadway. Looks like about mid-20s. 136. Go ahead and start this way, please.
10-4 en route. Exact address?
Satilla Drive at Holmes Road. Satilla Drive at Holmes Road. I need a unit to bring me some caution tape. Dispatch, tell squad, come on in. The scene's secure.
Clear. $198, I just closed your stop out verbal at 10-4.
8 firm. 6-7-23.
Clear 6-7.
No. He's about to be 10-7, man.
Is that you or?
No, that's them.
Found them like that.
Yeah, right here.
I found this particularly hard to watch. I was actually sickened. There wasn't even the slightest reaction to try and save Ahmaud's life. He was treated like roadkill and assumed he would die anyway. He never stood a chance. Human beings are hardwired to keep someone alive, no matter how slim the survival chances. The behaviour of the police was callous. The sound of Ahmaud gasping and no one reacting will stay with me for some time. This is my opinion, and you might disagree, but I hope all the police who attended the scene have their badges revoked. In this instance, they were too far removed from the uniform's badge that says, "To serve and protect." The McMichaels and Bryan all pleaded not guilty to murdering Ahmaud Arbery. Defense lawyers said the McMichaels were attempting a citizen's arrest when they pursued Ahmaud as a suspecting burglar after he was seen running from a nearby home under construction. Prosecutors said there was no evidence Ahmaud Arbery had committed crimes in the neighbourhood. The construction site had a motion-activated security camera. As you can see on the video you're about to watch, Ahmaud wasn't the only one who entered the construction site. As you saw, between 2019 and 2020, numerous strangers were recorded entering the construction site. Nothing was ever stolen from the site. Why weren't any of these individuals hunted down? This leads us to the most tantalizing question of all. Wasn't this self-defense? That question is answered in this video of the prosecution's argument against self-defense.
All right, so that brings us to self-defense. All right, I'm just going to go over this quickly. I want you to know what the basics are, the essentials, okay? Because self-defense really applies to the aggravated assault with the shotgun, okay, and the murder charges. So what have we got? One can use lethal force in self-defense, but only under certain circumstances. You can't claim self-defense if you are the unjustified initial aggressor, meaning if you started it. Who started this? It wasn't Ahmaud Arbery. If you're committing a felony against that person, once again, we're back to our convenience store armed robber. He doesn't get to defend himself against the clerk he's robbing. He doesn't get to claim self-defense. He's committing a felony. In this case, they committed 4 different felonies, including the aggravated assault with the shotgun. They started it. They do not get to claim self-defense. And then, of course, provocation. You can't force someone to defend themselves against you, so you get to claim self-defense. This isn't the Wild West. No. So there's 3 instances where the defendants don't get to claim self-defense, and they committed all of them. So once again, initially provokes the use of force against himself with the intent to use such force as an excuse. No Wild West. This is the important one. Cannot commit aggravated assault with a shotgun, with trucks, false imprisonment, or criminal attempt at false imprisonment. Any of those. Not justified in using force if you're doing any of those things. They were doing all 4 of them. And you're not justified in using force if that person was the unjustified aggressor. You can't start it and claim self-defense. And they started this with their driveway decisions. So here's some main concepts. The defendants had to believe the deadly force was necessary. There were no other alternatives. Pointing a shotgun at somebody. There were a whole bunch of other alternatives to that. That belief must be reasonable. And once again, that's reasonable for everybody. That reasonableness applies to you. That reasonableness, there's no special exception for previous training in the Coast Guard or law enforcement. The reasonableness standard in Georgia applies to everyone equally. The danger to yourself has to be imminent, meaning I am about to get killed. Not some guy I've been chasing for 5 minutes is running at me. Can't use excessive force. The minute it's excessive, self-defense goes out the window. The defendant's reasonable belief must be what prompts him to use force. What prompted Travis McMichael to pull up that shotgun? He wanted him to stop. He was trying to get him to stop. Oh yeah, you're not going to stop for me and my dad? Up comes the shotgun. Now you're going to stop. Okay, you're not going to stop. You're going to go around the truck. That's. He goes to intercept him. He's not afraid. He moved toward Mr. Arbery. He moved toward Mr. Arbery with the gun. He's not afraid. You gotta act out of fear. You can't be acting out of anger. That this guy won't stop and talk to you and won't obey your commands. Okay, what was there to be afraid of? Well, let's see. Ahmaud was wearing a t-shirt and cargo shorts that were so baggy he has this big belt loop out here. Let's see what else. Didn't have a bag or a backpack. So, yeah, doesn't have anything that he's carrying. He was running with his hands empty at his sides. Ran away from them for 5 minutes. Did not have any weapon. Nothing on him. Didn't say one word to them. Didn't threaten them verbally. Didn't say, oh yeah. Didn't say anything. And he had no help from anyone. So what's there to be afraid of? He went this way, goes this way, he goes that way. And you see Travis McMichael move down to the center of the street there, blocking his way. He's trying to get away, and then, oh, look, he's going to go this way. And he does. And he goes around. And what do you have here? Travis McMichael going to intercept. And that shadow underneath there, I mean, you can have the stills back there. We printed some of them out. That shotgun is pointed right at him. Right at him. Okay? So when he gave the police that story about, oh, it was at Port Arms, and he was striking me and hitting me and striking me and hitting me, and I finally, had to do this. That's what he told the police. A bunch of lies. Shotgun, shadow right here. Okay? Here's the other thing, ladies and gentlemen. Lawyers aren't good at math, but I'm going to trust you guys are. What did the ME say? This arm on Ahmaud Arbery was 26 inches. This arm on Ahmaud Arbery was 25 inches. And the barrel of that shotgun is over 28 inches. Do the math. Did he hit him? Did he punch him? Did he strike him? When the shotgun's like this? It's easy. Do the math. This is what Travis McMichael did. There's no fear here. There's only anger. Remember, it's a standard of reasonable beliefs that the force used is necessary. Do you really believe he had no other choice but to use his shotgun? Is that what you really believe? No other choice. What are the alternatives? Well, the first alternative is don't start this. I'm going to tell you something. My husband, he always tells this to our three nephews, David, Ben, and Sam. And what he says is, there's some rules for life. You know what those rules are? Don't go looking for trouble, because you will find it, and it is not going to turn out the way you think it is. What he's really saying to them is, don't be that guy who starts the bar fight and goes, let's go out in the parking lot. That's what he's really saying to them. But it's a life rule. You go looking for trouble, and what's going to happen? So don't leave the house. Here's an alternative. Call the police. Don't chase down strangers to confront them. Mm-hmm. Don't go after pedestrians in your truck. I mean, common sense tells you, you pull up in a truck on somebody who's like a pedestrian who's out for a jog. I mean, I don't know, are any of you runners? You ever had a strange truck pull up and have some people start yelling at you? Would that startle you? I don't know. We don't know what was in the mind of Ahmaud Arbery. But, I mean, what do you think? Did it cause some fear for him? These strange men pulling up in this truck and then not relenting and not backing off? This was 3-on-1. How about some empathy? Remember leaps? Listen, empathize. Where's Travis McMichael's empathy? Where's Greg McMichael's empathy? Where do they go? Wow, I wonder what I'm doing to this other person. I wonder what it looks like from their point of view. I wonder if we might be scaring or startling this person. I wonder if it may be so bad that they might react in a negative way. Where's the empathy? How about don't bring a shotgun with you? This is really easy. Call the police. Because what did Officer Rash want? Remember Officer Rash? He said he wanted them to be witnesses. I mean, so call the police. Follow behind Mr. Arbery at that 2 miles an hour. Where's he going to go? They could have followed him all the way back to Fancy Bluff and Boykin Ridge. On the phone going, he's turning left. He's turning right. Ooh, okay. That was a real easy choice, but did they choose to do that? No, they confronted him. They chose to confront him. They didn't need to. They didn't have to. I mean, they could have followed. I mean, he's a jogger. How fast is he going? Don't point a shotgun at people unless you're going to kill him. Don't point a shotgun at people unless you're going to kill him. How do we know he intended to kill him? He pointed a shotgun at him. How about you stay on the driver's side of the truck? Don't go around the front of the truck. Real easy.
After a month-long trial, jurors reached their verdict on the second day of deliberations. Travis McMichael, Greg McMichael and William Roddy Bryan were found guilty of the murder of Ahmaud Arbery and sentenced to life in prison.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and address each one of these verdict forms separately. The first verdict form I have is the State of Georgia versus Travis McMichael. Mr. McMichael, please stand. Verdict is as follows. In the Superior Court of Glenn County, State of Georgia, the State of Georgia versus Travis McMichael, case number CR 000433. Jury verdict form. Count 1, malice murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. I'm going to ask that whoever just made an outburst be removed from the court, please. As this court has indicated, I ask that there be no outbursts in the court, and I expect as much from the gallery. Please respect the court's desire for this as we move forward. If you feel like you need to make a comment or otherwise demonstrate with respect to the verdict, I do ask that you step out of the courtroom now. Count 2, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 3, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 4, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 5, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 6, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 7, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 8, false imprisonment. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 9, criminal attempt to commit a felony. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Dated this 24th day of November, 2021, signed by the foreperson. Have a seat. As to Gregory McMichael. In the Superior Court of Glenn County, the State of Georgia versus Greg McMichael, case number CR 20000433. Jury verdict form. Count 1, malice murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, not guilty. Count 2, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 3, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 4, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 5, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 6, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 7, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 8, false imprisonment. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. Count 9, criminal attempt to commit a felony. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. This 24th day of November, 2021, signed by the foreperson. As to William R. Bryan. In the Superior Court of Glenn County, State of Georgia, State of Georgia versus William R. Bryan, case number CR 20000433. Jury verdict form. Count 1, malice murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, not guilty. Count 2, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, not guilty. Count 3, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, guilty. Count 4, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant William R. Bryan guilty. Count 5, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant William R. Bryan guilty. Count 6, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant William R. Bryan not guilty. Count 7, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant William R. Bryan guilty. Count 8, false imprisonment. We, the jury, find the defendant William R. Bryan guilty. Count 9, criminal attempt to commit a felony. We, the jury, find the defendant William R. Bryan guilty. Signed this 24th day of November by the foreperson. Go ahead and have a seat. Court having read the verdicts and accepted the verdicts, anything from the state?
No, Your Honor, nothing from the state.
Anything from the defense?
We ask the jury be polled, Your Honor.
All defendants ask the jury be polled?
They will face federal trial on hate crime charges. Accused in an indictment of violating Ahmaud's civil rights by embarking on the fatal chase because of his race and colour. While the state's case that played out throughout the trial in Brunswick captured the nation's attention, the federal case for hate crime charges will place much more emphasis on whether Ahmaud's skin colour helped motivate the 3 white defendants to chase him down in pickup trucks and kill him. If found committed of hate crime, the severity of the sentence will increase. As for Jackie Johnson, she was indicted in September 2020 on criminal charges. She faces a misdemeanor count for allegedly obstructing the lawful discharge of 2 police officers' official duties by directing that Travis McMichael should not be placed under arrest. This count carries up to a year in prison. Jackie Johnson also faces a felony count and up to 5 years in prison for violating her oath of office by showing favour and affection to Greg McMichael while failing to treat Ahmaud Arbery and his family fairly and with dignity. Jackie Johnson was arrested, booked, and released shortly after the indictment. US President Joe Biden said in a statement, quote, "While the guilty verdicts reflect our justice system doing its job, that alone is not enough. Instead, we must recommit ourselves to building a future of unity and shared strength, where no one fears violence because of the colour of their skin." End quote. Wanda Cooper Jones and Marcus Arbery spoke to the public after the jury found Travis McMichael, Greg, and their neighbour William Roddy Bryan guilty of the murder of their son.
I just want to say thank you guys. Yeah. Thank you. Thank each and every one of you who fought this fight with us. It's been a long fight. It's been a hard fight, but God is good.
Yes, He is.
Early in, to tell you the truth, I never saw this day back in 2020. Mm-hmm. I never thought this day would come. But God is good.
Yes, He is.
And I just want to tell everybody, thank you for those who marched, those who prayed, most of all the ones who prayed.
Yes, Lord.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Yes, Lord.
Thank you. And now Quez, which you know him as Ahmaud, I know him as Quez.
Yes.
He will now rest in peace.
Yes. Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amen. Go, Marcus. Go.
Number one, I want to give all glory to God.
Yes.
Because that's who made all this possible.
Yes, it is.
Number two, I want to thank his mama.
Yes.
I want to thank my sisters and brothers. I want to thank my children for being strong through this rough time.
Yes.
Because I know it was hard what they had to deal with.
Yes.
And number two, I want to thank all y'all people, all the support y'all gave us. Because
Yes.
one of us ain't did this.
There you go.
You know, one side did this.
That's right.
Yeah. God put us all together to make
Yes,
this
He
happen.
did. Yes,
So
He
it ain't
did.
no one side. So what I tell you, God don't work one-sided.
Yes.
God work two-sided. All right, I'm going to put you here, I'm going to put you there.
Amen.
So y'all pull together and work this thing.
Amen.
So, hey, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Amen.
Because if one side wouldn't work, it wouldn't have happened.
That's right.
You had people working when you wasn't working.
That's right.
Come on. When you weren't working, you had people out here working, marching, going in these offices.
Yeah.
We conquered that lynch mob.
Yes.
We got that lynch mob. This history today. letting you know that black kid life does matter. That's right. For real, all life matters.
All life.
Yes.
Not just black children. We don't want to see nobody go through this.
Amen.
I don't want to see no daddy watch their kid get lynched and shot down like that.
That's right, Mom.
So it's all our problem. It's all our problem.
Yeah.
So hey, let's keep fighting.
Let's keep fighting.
Let's keep doing it and making this place a better place for all human beings.
Amen.
All human beings.
Yeah. Amen.
Everybody.
Amen.
Love everybody.
Love everybody. Love everybody.
All human beings need to be treated equally.
Yeah.
We finna conquer this lynching. Today is a good day.
Yeah. Amen.
Ahmaud was buried at the New Springfield Baptist Church. On the first anniversary of his death, a public candlelight vigil was held to remember Ahmaud and act as a call to end racist brutality. The family also launched the Ahmaud Arbery Foundation. Their mission is to empower, serve, and affirm black boys on the journey towards mental wellness. I have left a link to the foundation below. To a local official overseeing the case, Ahmaud Arbery was a violent criminal apprehended by a retired police detective and his son. They acted in defense of their community and their own lives in pursuing a citizen's arrest. To those who knew Ahmaud Arbery, the avid jogger was a victim of an overzealous former law enforcement official and a corrupt local criminal justice system that found him suspicious in part because he was black. After hearing the guilty verdicts of those who murdered Ahmaud Arbery, I felt a sense of relief that justice was done in a case where evidence was so clear that the defendants were guilty. Yet that reaction, which I'm sure was shared by many, reveals a great deal about the country's history in cases dealing with race and about a frightening attitude towards vigilantism at this time.